Oh, it would be great if I did this. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's slick. Let's see here. Got an interview for a SOC analyst role tomorrow. Ayo, congratulations on getting the interview. Knock it out the park, and you will be just fine. LOL. The disclaimer, man. Listen, black girls hack. You got to these days. They every time I turn around and I do something that's hacking related, I get in trouble. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let's see. I can't do the InfoSec Unplugged intro, but ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching, my name is Davin Jackson, also known as DJax Alpha. Haven't been on here in a while. But let me just go here. Yeah, I haven't been on here in a while to do these streams, but figured why not make a comeback, especially with TryHackMe doing their Advent and Cyber event. So let's see here. I just want to bring up all my stuff. All right, cool. Can y'all hear me out there? The levels is good. Levels is good. So, for those of you who don't know, um, TryHackMe is a free and paid platform that's really helpful with people learning to get into cybersecurity, learning to do things, from pen testing or learning stuff in SOC or um, red team, blue team. There's a lot of different things that you can learn using TryHackMe. I actually highly recommend using the paid tier, but you can really learn a lot just from the free stuff. Um, and every year they do an Advent of Cyber event. So I believe this is the third one. And it just started today. So figured why not? Like I said, I've been talking about coming back and doing more hacking and technical related streams. So I figured there's no better time than now to get into it. So, with that being said, let's see. Let's just move this over. Okay. So, to access material, start machines, you'll need to join this room. Okay. So, first, let's just kind of go through what's being said here. Let me move this over. It's weird. This setup is weird. I had another setup, but then it was through Streamlabs, and I'm sure a bunch of you know what's going on with Streamlabs and them plagiarizing and stealing other people's stuff. So I'm not trying to support that anymore. So I actually have to come up with do a whole new setup for my hacking streams. So let's see. Chris G says thumbs up, and Zanette says, "Hey Davin, Zanette. For those who don't know, Zanette, she was actually a guest on InfoSec Unplugged, but she has been killing it lately. Um, for those of you who don't know, she wrote the book "Proud in Her Hijab." It's a great book about acceptance and teaching kids to just be open to other people's cultures and beliefs, and honestly, just a book just to say how not to be a bad person. And I mean, if you don't know her, you will soon enough because she just finished another book that should be out next year, and I just saw that her face is being plastered on billboards. So congratulations to you, Zanette, and much success, well deserved. All right, I was trying to wait a little bit later. Hey, happy birthday, Ty! I saw the call earlier, man. Work has been hectic, but congratulations, congratulations on your interview. You'll be fine on your interview, and yeah, happy birthday. And just pace yourself. You know your stuff, right? So just know your know your attacks, know your vulnerabilities, and you'll be fine. And if not, then honestly, if you feel like you're having an issue, ask them what you can strengthen up in. But I definitely feel like you should be fine. I mean, you've put in the work. All right, so let's get back to this over here. All right, so welcome to the Advent of Cyber. So basically, it's a Christmas themed challenge for in cybersecurity. It's 25 days, but it teaches you the basics. Just read it. Get started with cybersecurity in 25 days by learning the basics and completing new beginner-friendly security exercise every day leading up until Christmas. An advent calendar, but with security challenges and not chocolate. We have over $12,000 worth of prizes. In this event, points don't matter, but the number of questions you answer does. For each task you get correct, you get a raffle ticket. And on the 26th of December, we will choose winners and randomly using everyone's raffle tickets. The more questions you have, the more chances you have of winning. So let's go through some of the courses, things you can win. So there's 5 PWK courses plus 30 days of labs and a OSCP exam certification. So that's a good one. The ACES Zen book, that's a really good one. 35 Burp Suite certified practitioner exam vouchers. That's a good one. Proving Grounds. These are all some really good ones. The 2 Raspberry Pis. Listen, Raspberry Pis are hard to come by right about now. Hack 5 OMG cables. Those are good. Yeah, these are some really good stuff they got here. Hack 5 Wi-Fi Pineapple Rubber Ducky. 15 TryHackMe subscriptions. Security Plus exam vouchers. $30 in TryHackMe swag vouchers. So this is actually really good. This is probably their best prize offering that they've had. And let's see, we have CompTIA, Offensive Security, Portswigger, and BC Security. Got to be honest, I'm not 100% familiar with BC Security, but if they're up here, I'm going to assume that they're a good platform. Let me know in the chat if you guys are familiar with it or if you've heard anything. Each task related has a supporting video walkthrough from a range of amazing and highly talented creators. CyberSec Meg, she's awesome. John Hammond's awesome. Tiberius is awesome. Neil Bridges is cool. Husky Hacks, Insider PhD, and Nahamsec. Yeah, they went all out this year. So that's pretty good. Okay, so let's see. Read above, check out the sponsors. So we'll just hit join this room. And with that, I have started a new streak in TryHackMe. Yay! Oh wait, I have sounds for that. So yeah, so with that, I have started a new streak. I haven't been on TryHackMe in a very, very long time. Work and stuff has just been crazy. All right, so let's see. So we got the socials. Follow us. Okay, so I mean, I'm pretty much. I don't really go on Reddit too much, but let's see. Subscribing. The Advent of Cyber is completely free. However, check out some of the reasons to subscribe. I think I'm already subscribed, so okay. Short tutorials and rules. To access machines you deploy on TryHackMe, either use an OpenVPN client or deploy your own web-based attack box. You can do this by clicking the blue Start Attack box. Okay. Like I said, since we kind of just are going to go through it real quick, I think we'll just use the web-based attack box. All right, so let's check out the story. All exercises in Advent Cyber follow a fun Christmas story. This year, Elf McSkitty needs your help to hack back and undo the Grinch's malicious activities. You're not supposed to hack back. No, I'm joking. Anyway, no, for real, you're not actually supposed to hack back. So, Let's see. I see a comment just came in. Oh, Ty says I'm doing TryHackMe on the junior pen test track. Yeah, like I said, they're all really good. They all have some really good tracks. I highly recommend looking at a bunch of them. And again, you can just do it. You could do it for free, or you can have the paid subscription. So just a reminder to please like, follow, subscribe, comment, leave comments. That's how we get the algorithm up. I'm trying to boost up the engagement and get some stuff going with the content creation outside of InfoSec Unplugged. Like I said, I love and support you guys. Hold on, let me just mute this. I love and support. I love the support that you guys, give me on InfoSec Unplugged, my pack and everything. If you guys don't know, InfoSec Unplugged is my weekly podcast or video show that I host every Thursday. Unfortunately, it's not going to be on this Thursday because kids are having a winter concert and they're performing. So I'm going to go be a dad first, which is the priority. So there will be no InfoSec Unplugged this Thursday, but next Thursday I will have Deara J. Footman on, and we're going to have a great conversation about, her journey. She's been a past guest. So we're going to talk about any updates in her journey, but we're really going to have a conversation about some of the misconceptions and BS and disinformation or misinformation that's been going on a lot lately, especially on the social media side of things when it comes to, starting your cybersecurity journey and career. So we're going to address a lot of that, and it's probably going to be a spicy interview, so make sure you guys tune in for that. So, where were we? Okay, so back to the cybersecurity elves that saved Christmas. All right, so McSkitty is the chief information security officer. Looks like he was left a letter. I can't read it. I wonder how the elf analysts are getting on. Where'd all our security analyst elves go? Looks like their system got hacked. Grinch Enterprises will never let Christmas succeed. Where's your security team? This was all planned. Okay. All right. So we're not going to read the whole thing since we kind of looked at the comic book stuff. The Christmas story is used within some of the tasks. Make sure you read above. Okay. So I guess we got to read some of it. Where did everyone go? We saw that before. Had time. Fascinating. This was all planned. This needs, please note. Okay. All right. All right. So let's close this one. Now, web exploitation, save the gifts. The story inventory management systems used to create the gifts have been tampered with to frustrate the elves. It's a night shift, and McStalker comes to McSkitty, panicking about the gifts all being built wrong. With no managers around to fix the issues, McSkitty needs to somehow get access to fix the system and keep everything on track to be ready for Christmas. Learning objectives. What is an IDOR vulnerability? Okay. So we're going to look at some IDOR stuff. That's interesting. How do I find and exploit IDOR vulnerabilities? And we're going to do the challenge. IDORs are a really popular one. If you're getting into bug bounties or API hacking, IDORs are probably the most popular vulnerability to find. They're some of the easiest to find if you know what you're looking for, which isn't really hard to do. And yeah, actually, the number one vulnerability for the OWASP API top 10 is broken object level authorization, which is OWASP's way of calling it an IDOR or indirect object reference, insecure direct object reference. So let's just go through it real quick. IDOR stands for Insecure Direct Object Reference and is a type of access control vulnerability. An access control vulnerability is when an attacker can gain access to information or actions not intended for them. An IDOR vulnerability can occur when a web server receives user-supplied input to retrieve objects. These could be files, data, and documents, and too much trust has been placed on that input data. And the web application does not validate whether the user should in fact have access to the requested object. How do I find an exploit? As previously mentioned, IDOR vulnerability relies on the changing user supply data. This user supply data can be mainly found in the following three places: in a query, Make sure I'm not missing anything in the comments. Okay. Uh, so let's see, in the query component, we can break down. So the protocols, the HTTPS, the domain is website.thm, page is the profile, and the query component is ID 23. Here we can see the profile page is being requested and the parameter ID with the value of 23 is being passed. In the query component, this page could potentially be showing us personal user information, and by changing that ID parameter to another value, we could view others' data. So, yeah, if you change this to 22 to, or 24, 21, honestly, what I really like to do is capture a request like this in Burp Suite and use Burp Intruder to just to fuzz all the IDs. So I'll go from like 1 to 200 and just see which ones come back as with 200 responses, or come back with successful responses. Let's see, post variables. Examining the contents of forms on a website can sometimes reveal fields that can be vulnerable to IDOR exploitation. Take, for example, the following HTML code for a form that updates a user's password. So this is similar. So the input type is hidden, but the user ID is still 123. You can see from the highlighted line that the user's ID is being passed into the web server in a hidden field. Changing the value to this field from 123 to another user ID may result in changing the password for another user's account. Cookies. This is another one. Cookies. To stay logged into websites such as this one, cookies are used to remember your session. Usually this will involve sending a session ID, which is a long string of random hard to guess text such as that, which the web server securely uses to retrieve your user information and validate your session. Sometimes, though, less experienced developers may store user information in the cookie itself, such as the user's ID. Changing the value of this cookie could result in displaying another user's information. See below. So these are all valid. I've seen where secure they try to secure the cookie or the user ID and end up they'll try to like base 64 encode, or they'll try to obfuscate it or change it up somehow, but they don't really do a good job. Obviously base 64 encoding or HTML or URL encoding can easily be decoded, and I've seen people do that, and all you have to do is submit the IDOR same way. So changing the input. So like in this example, if it was like user ID 23, you could try user ID 24 or 25 and then just base 64 encode it and put it right back in there, and that works fine. So like I said, a very I'm not going to say it's easy, but if this is probably one of the easier vulnerabilities you can look for. Okay. Seeing a product, user, or service identifier in the URL or otherwise is a must to test. IDOR vulnerabilities can reveal sensitive information as well as potentially giving you access to a usually restricted site functionality. For researchers, IDOR vulnerabilities can be impactful, and reporting them can yield a good bug bounty. See this article where IDOR vulnerability report to PayPal had a $10,500 payout. So here's a challenge walkthrough. Click the green View Site button at the top right of this task to open up the inventory management system. Here you'll find a mock browser on the completed orders page showing images of the toys that have been made incorrectly due to the Grinch's tampering. There are also 3 other pages on the navigation panel: Builds, Inventory, and Your Activity. Make sure I'm just looking through the comments. Okay. The builds page shows different toys and the parts that they are made up of. As you can see, due to tampering, these are all incorrect. Inventory page lists the individual items with their corresponding SKU codes. And your activity page displays McSkitty's user information, photo, and their recent actions on the system. As we learned above, an IDOR vulnerability requires changing some kind of user input. Out of all the pages we can navigate to, the only page that has input that can be alerted is on the Your Activity page. You'll see in the URL a query component with the user ID, which is set to the value of 11. Try changing the user ID in the address bar, and you'll see that that the web application tries to load another user's information. Try different numbers between the values of 1 and 20, and you'll find a user who could have been responsible. Okay. Clicking the revert button. Okay, so now here are just the questions. All right, so let's scroll back up and we'll knock this out. Okay. Half of this screen is for your lesson exercises within your tasks. Okay. You guys still following? You guys still there with me? It looks like we had some drop off, but okay. All right, so instructions. Inventory management systems used to create the gifts have been tampered with to frustrate the elves. It's a night shift, and McStalker comes to McSkitty panicking about the gifts all being built wrong. With no managers to fix the issue, McSkitty needs to somehow get access and fix the system and keep everything on track and ready for Christmas. So this is the inventory management system. So here are the builds, and these are the SKUs. Zuri, thanks for joining. So we have a train base, teddy bear head, teddy bear body, spinning top plungers, spinning top base, and train wheels. So as you can see, the SKUs are all out of whack. These are the SKU numbers with the inventory management system, and then your activity. So employee ID, name McSkitty, position junior toy tester. So we have user ID 11. So let's just start from 1. So we have Santa, which is the boss. I think that was a question. I think I saw that earlier. Okay, finding Santa's account. What is their position? So we'll just put the boss. Seriously? Oh, okay. So you actually have to put the exclamation point too. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2. There's no user there. 3. McStalker. After finding McStalker's account, what is their position in the company? Their position is build manager. Okay, so let's keep going. ID 4. Nope, that's 40. There's no user ID 4. How about 5? No user. How about 6? No user. 7. No user. 8. 8. No user. 9. And we have our Grinch. Position mischief manager. And these are all the changes that they've done under this account. So let's see here. After finding the account responsible for tampering, what is their position with the company? Mischief manager. We'll just copy and paste that over here. And then what is a receive flag when McSkitty fixes the inventory management system? So we're just going to revert all these changes. And it looks like there's our flag right there. Let's submit. Okay. If you want to learn more about IDOR vulnerabilities, we suggest you try this room. Okay. We'll keep that one. Task release each day get progressively harder, but they're still guided with a walkthrough. Come back tomorrow for day 2's task. All right. Well, come on. I got something for this. I got something for this. Where are we? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Try to add a little, little fun to it. But yeah, that was day 1. So those are IDORs, and I mean exactly how you saw. You saw me do it here. There, believe it or not, there are actually real world systems that allow you to do that. Some of them are a little bit more difficult. You might have to change up like their user ID or something that might be passed through. That might be passed through, and you have to capture it with something like Burp Suite. Um, but that's pretty much the same exact thing that we do as pen testers. Like I said, especially with APIs. Um, once you kind of understand the flow of the API and the naming conventions of the API and stuff like that, it's fairly easy. It could be numbers, it could be ID codes, it could be whatever. But yeah, they're really hard to, apparently they're really hard to secure as well. So they're going to be around for a while. Let's see here. All right, so I guess that is it for day one. Like I said, there probably won't be any stream tomorrow, or if it is, it'll be earlier to do day two. Um, I I want to be able to um, do this through the whole process, but we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna make any promises or anything like that because I don't want to let people down. But yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll try to get get through most of the Advent and Cyber event. I want to actually start doing some of the Port Swigger stuff too. 2022, hopefully, I'm going to flood flood the market with content. It's just been a really hectic and stressful year, and trying to build a regular streaming schedule on top of doing InfoSec Unplugged uh, has been a bit challenging. But like I said, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna make it happen, and I'm hoping, like I said, 2022 we'll have a lot of stuff. And there's something else that I'm holding on to. I'm not ready to announce it just yet, but yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of each other in the coming weeks. So I mean, there's only literally a few weeks left in 2021. So that was it for today. Zuri says, definitely appreciate you doing this. No, I appreciate you, logging on and watching, Zuri. Like I said, the goal is to at least do these every day, or try to do these every day. If I don't get to it every day, then maybe I'll do a longer stream where I'll make up the days that I missed. Like I said, InfoSec Unplugged will not be on tomorrow. If I do this stream, if I do the TryHackMe stream, it'll probably be earlier in the day, or it'll probably be later on at night. Like I said, I'm a dad first, so I'm gonna go do my fatherly duties and support my children. So, but if I don't see you guys tomorrow or for the rest of the week, remember to tune in on Thursday, uh, December 9th, next Thursday, where I will have Dira J. Footman on. And like I said, we're going to talk a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to get to the bottom of this misinformation and this BS that people are putting out here, and hopefully help some people. And then I have a whole lineup for the rest of the year. So I have Erica Cooper. I have um, Sex Studio and Makeshift. They're going to join me. And then I'll also be having keep it techie, Dewan Lightfoot, aka Lab Every Day. So gonna have some great shows coming in the coming weeks. Just couldn't get one squeezed in this week. But you guys make sure you like the video, like the stream, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the bell for notifications so you can be notified when I go live. Um, please, 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 like I said, leave a comment, share the video, get it out there. Let's boost this algorithm. We really want to get more cybersecurity content out here. So whether it's me, John Brett from Cyber Insight, Caleb from Sex Studio, Cyber Warrior, Eric Bellardo, Black Girls Hack, Blacks in Cyber, Tech Sec Chicks, we're all trying to really put out a lot of information out here, um, to help people get this information and not have to worry about where the source came from, or whether it's a trusted source, or if they even have to pay anything. Um, there will be content that will come out in the future that will be like paid courses, but for now we're just going to try to flood the market with a bunch of free game. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, subscribe to all the other channels that I just listed earlier, and again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share it on social media, and let's just get it out there. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer. Y'all take it easy, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, Friday. Peace out.